What is up, guys, and welcome back to another brand new video on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the brand new Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. It launched late last night because of a big delay, but we're going to be talking about everything new, everything that was removed, a couple of the new POIs and locations, and my overall thoughts of the season. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's get right into it, talking about the first thing, which is the Battle Pass. Now, there's nothing too much about the Battle Pass except, you know, it's just a normal regular Battle Pass, but with Zeus in it, I guess. A lot of players thought that we would get a free Battle Pass because of the 17-hour-ish, I think, downtime, but no, that did not happen. You still are going to have to pay full price for the Battle Pass, but the Battle Pass isn't such a huge thing. I'm not too worried about the Battle Pass, but let's move on to the next thing, which will be locations. So this season actually brought us 4 brand new locations to kind of extend the map. So we did lose 2 locations in Hazy Hillside and Ritzy Rivera, I think, and those locations were needed to be removed because nobody really landed at either of those. Hazy Hillside wasn't that great in terms of loot, etc., and it was a very forgotten POI. Same with Ritzy Rivera. Those POIs weren't that good, so they definitely needed to getting rid of it. And we lost 2 POIs, but we gained 4, so we got 2 brand new, new POIs, I guess, added on to what we have. But we got 4 brand new POIs. In the bottom right hand part of the map, we have the brand new Mount Olympus and the Brawlers Battleground. Those are brand new POIs, and they're actually they're pretty good. Mount Olympus has Zeus and his new medallion. And I'm not sure what Brawlers Battlegrounds have, but they definitely have a medallion. But I don't think the medallion's too good, and I don't think many people land Brawlers Battleground. But moving on to the northwest part of the map, we have the brand new Underworld, which is a huge POI. So many people land there every game. You got half the lobby. Kind of reminds me of Tilted Towers, to be honest. I think it's, the Underworld's the new fencing fields, I guess we'll say. It's got a really good mythic. It's got Siphon mythic, so that's the medallion. We'll talk about medallions a little bit in depth a little bit later on. But yeah, and there's a brand new sludge on the map, and basically what you do once you head into this liquid sludge is it gives you little skulls on your body, and that basically makes you move like the 0-point gravity effect from chapter 2 season 5, so the opposite of what this season is. So that's pretty cool. And Grim Gate, kind of like the rip-off version of the Underworld, it does have a medallion. Not sure what medallion it is, but not a bad POI. Lots of people do land there. It's kind of like a rip-off version of the Underworld. It's not that populated, but it's still pretty good, to be honest. I still really enjoy it. So yeah, that's what we got in terms of new map and new locations. Now, looking at the old locations that we used to have, like Snooty, Fencing, Reckless, Grand Glacier, and Larvish Lair, the old ones that we had with the medallions. So all of those medallions are now gone. All the NPCs are gone. Everything's gone. And what happens with the vault is they just left the doors open and barely any loot left inside of it. So it's not that good anymore. It's really not that worth it to land there anymore. And I landed Fencing Field, Snooty, Reckless, Grand, and Larvish. I landed all of those POIs, and they were not populated at all. I was pretty much the only one landing there in terms of Snooty, Larvish, Grand, and Reckless, except for Fencing. I did encounter a couple players because Fencing is still a pretty good job spot. It's got lots of loot to it, but all the mythics are gone. So that purple shotgun, the mythic AR, and the medallion is all gone. So yeah, that's what's up with Fencing. But everything else is pretty much non-populated, except I want to say Larvish Lair. There's still a lot of people landing there. I'm not really sure why. It's not that great, but I guess there's a good amount of loot in that big building over there. But yeah, that's all in terms of map and the new locations. Next, I want to talk about the brand new medallions that were added into the game. So all the other medallions were of course removed, and everything about those were removed. So a new addition that they added to the medallions is now you no longer gain shield from the medallions. Instead, you get different abilities. So for Zeus, back in Mount Olympus, you get, for his medallion, you get speed, so you get to run faster and jump higher while sprinting. So it's kind of like mobility, a little bit better mobility. Moving on to Ares in Brawler's Battleground. So this one gives you like more damage on ranged weapons and increased damage. Pretty much that's probably the most useless medallion in the game. It just doesn't look that good, to be honest. And it barely does any damage increase, so it's really not that worth it. Hades is in the Underworld. This one is definitely the best medallion. So this one is the grant siphon one in the Underworld. That's why the Underworld is so popular, because that medallion does grant siphon upon eliminations. And then to finish off, Cerberus back in Grim Gate, and this gives you agility, so you gain charges of Underworld dash over time, and like quick bursts of mobility. That one's not that great either. Kind of reminds me of the Brawler's Battleground. But yeah, I would say the Underworld and Mount Olympus are definitely the two best medallions in the game. But I'm really sad that they removed the shield part of the medallions, because I think, you know, that was a really good part of the medallions, and I think they're a lot more useless now. But it's cool to see a new unique way they've added into the medallions. So let's move on to the next part. So now let's move on to a little bit more mobility in the addition of the wings of Arceus, Arceus. I don't really know how to say that, but yeah, along with the new update and the new weapons came the power of flight. So obviously we had running, we had sprinting, we have sliding. Now we have flight. So it's an item that drops usually from chests. I don't think you really see it from floor loot, but basically this gives you the ability to fly. You get like 300 meters, I think it is. I'm not really sure how that works, but like maybe 300 seconds, and it runs down quickly. You get to you can get boost, you can dodge, and you can dive in for 60 damage if you hit a player, and it immediately breaks a box. So it's actually like pretty cool, and it's actually a really good addition. But I think they're definitely going to nerf it quite a bit, but it's really easy to get shot out of the sky with it, so that's why it's not that great of an item. So let's move on to the next part. So the next part I actually want to quickly talk about is the brand new Zeus Mythic. So this is actually the brand new Mythic in the game, and this is basically a lightning bolt that has 3 charges into it. And basically what you do is, it's kind of like the Dragon Ball Z. You like jump into the air and you have like 3 lightning bolts. They the first 2 do 40 damage each. It should break a box like right away. And then the last one, which is the final one, which is the big blow, it does 80 damage in total for 160 damage. So it's quite a bit of damage, and it's really overpowered right now, but I think that Epic will definitely nerf it. But the problem with it is, if you're up there and you're trying to fight a guy, you can easily get third-partied and just shot out the sky. So that's why it's, I guess, not that great. So let's move on to the weapons. So for a quick recap of the brand new weapons, we have the Gatekeeper Shotgun, we have the Harbinger SMG, the Huntress DMR, and the Warforge's AR. So starting off with the Gatekeeper Shotgun, this is a brand new shotgun they added in to help out with the Frenzy and the regular pump. So this is actually a shotgun that shoots 3 pellets. It has 3 shots before it has to be reloaded. It has a very fast reload speed, and it's actually pretty good. Like it deals really good damage, and it could be a good replacement for the pump depending on what variant you have. But if you had a gold Gatekeeper and a gold pump, I would definitely still take the gold pump, just because I'm more used to it right now. Maybe the gold Gatekeeper later, and it still does have a pretty fast fire rate compared to the gold shotgun. It is a lot faster than it, but still not faster than the Frenzy. And I think it's actually a well-balanced item for now. I do think that they're going to nerf it a little bit. I think they'll nerf the damage, but that's about it. But I think it's a pretty balanced gun right now in the game. Moving on to the Harbinger SMG. So it's the SMG that replaced the old combat SMG, I think it was. I don't remember the name, but it was the old spray SMG, not the running gun, but the other SMG, that one. I did replace that. It kind of looks the exact same and kind of just does the exact same as the old one, so it's not that much of a difference. It's kind of like the same thing, but just a new variant, I guess. So it's still pretty good. It's still kind of broken. I think it's well balanced though. I think it's well balanced enough that they won't need to nerf it, because the running gun is still definitely better in terms of taking walls, and that spray is very good on the running gun. So yeah, it's a pretty well balanced item, and I really like it. Now, of course, I'm still taking the running gun over that thing any single day of the week. Next up is the Huntress DMR. So it's the brand new DMR added into the game, and this actually isn't that bad. I think it should be nerfed, like the damage should be nerfed, because it just does way too much damage. Like the green variant, I think, does like 64 to the body and like 130 to the head or something. It's insane. So it definitely needs to be nerfed. It does have a slower fire rate, which is kind of annoying, because I'm like, sometimes I'll get that gun like off rip and I'm trying to like kill a guy quickly, but it's like a lot more difficult because of such a slow fire rate. So it's all right. I wouldn't really pick it up. I would rather it's sniper over it, but I think it should definitely be nerfed in terms of the damage. But I don't really love this gun at all. Maybe it'll be good in competitive and like late game competitive, but I don't really see it much anywhere else. So yeah, it's kind of a mid weapon. And finally, the brand new Warforge's AR. So this is a very fast damage rate. So this is what replaced the old AR from last season. Obviously they kept the Nemesis AR, I think that's what it's called. But it's okay. I don't really like it that much. I haven't really picked it up that much, just because of like the when you shoot it, the spray, it's not very good. Like it just, your crosshair kind of just goes all over the place, and it's really hard to hit a shot in my opinion. So I don't think it's that broken. It's got a quick fire rate and decent damage, but I'm taking a run and gun SMG over that any single day of the week. So yeah, it's another mid weapon, and in my opinion it's worse than the one from last season. And yeah, so like that's kind of my like main thoughts about these brand new guns. So in terms of a loadout, what I would be rocking in a loadout, so for my first weapon slot, I would most likely be rocking the new Arceus wings. That's what I'm rocking for the first weapon, I guess. Then the second one, I'm gonna run a running gun SMG. Then the third one, I'm gonna throw that hammer pump in there. The fourth one, I'm definitely throwing some sort of shield in there, like a big pot or something. Then the fifth one would either be a med kit, or if I have it, it would be Zeus's big lightning bolt. Or if I don't have that and I don't want a med kit, then I'll take like a sniper then, and then just have like 3 big bots and something like that. So that'd be my ideal loadout, to be honest. But yeah, like these weapons are low-key mid, except for the Gatekeeper shotgun. So along with the new weapons, we had 2 new mods that have been added into the game. We had the thermal scope, so that's a new scope. So that has twice the vision of a regular scope and has a toggleable heat vision mode that lets you scope out hidden opponents. Second is the speed grip, which steadies your aim and lets you move faster while aiming your gun. So they're both okay. I like the thermal scope a lot, and the speed grip kind of just reminds me of the regular foregrip that we currently have. So yeah. So I know this video is pretty quick and seems kind of rushed. I just wanted to try and get it out as quick as I possibly can. But I just want to finish with my overall thoughts on the brand new season. But I think it's not a bad season. I like the new guns a decent amount, and I think the Gatekeeper shotgun will grow on me, and I think I'm gonna end up replacing the pump for the Gatekeeper shotgun. But I think I just need to learn how to use it a little bit better first, and maybe even the new DMR that could grow on me possibly as well. I could be changing that out and using that in the future. But right now, that's how I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep with the pump and the running gun. I like those right now, and I like the snipers from last season. I'm really happy that they kept those snipers in. I really thought they were gonna take them out after this season, but I'm super happy and proud of Epic for keeping those in. And I think that they nailed that. Like, they nailed these snipers. These snipers are the best snipers easily we've ever had in Fortnite. So I'm really happy about that. I really like the new sniping matter. Sure, it's annoying to get hit by a sniper, but hey man, like, doing that to other people, like, that's pretty fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, I think it's gonna be a pretty good season, and I'm excited to see what the future will be like in the season. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. I'm sorry that this was a rushed video. I'm trying to get it out as quick as I possibly can to you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.